Hello and welcome to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back with another track guide, this time the BMW M2 CS Racing at Summit Point for what should be a wonderful week of racing. If you are new to my channel, we do a hot lap and breakdown, then we're back in the cockpit one final time with the driving line on. Any questions, let me know. Even say hi in the comments. Let's get the algorithms working on my favour. And thank you for all of you who subscribed. 6,000 subscribers. Never thought I'd see that day. What a wonderful time to be alive. Right, come on, let's go. Right, let's start the hot lap. Smashing it down the left-hand side, as we always do. In top gear, looking for that four-cone. Brake only up to about 55%. I did go slightly higher at the end there. Trail it off into the apex. Getting on the gas nice and early in third gear. Back up to fourth, over to the right-hand side. Looking for that entrance road. Going to leave it in fourth gear and pick it up. Over to the left, up to fifth gear, tiny little dab on the brake, back down to fourth, a little bit more power, we brake, we tread it all the way off down into second. Only time I go into second here, up to third, tiny dab on the brakes, trying to hold it round to the right hand side. Little lift around here, there was a bit of wheel spin there I just had to account for. Little lift again here, we go up to fourth gear and then one final lift. None of them are full lifts if you look at the telemetry overlay. Up to fifth gear, looking for the pit entrance. Brake up to about 60%, trail it off, leave it in fourth gear. Try and just clip that apex, exit nice and wide. And then we just look for the line and we cross in 1:16.422. Right, breakdown coming up. Okay, breakdown lap. Right, so as you see here, our first braking marker is actually going to be just before the four cone. It's actually midway between the 5 and the 4 cone. As I get to the 4 cone, I'm up to sort of like 55%. I'm going to hold it there at around 60%. I think I needed to slow it down slightly more, so I actually increased pressure just a tiny bit there. Not something I'd normally do. And then I start trailing it off. I come down to third gear, trail it all the way off down to the apex. And then just as we get to the apex, we're not really wanting to clip it or hit it, maybe just clip it. We're going to start building back up on the gas. We get up to 100% nice and early on in the corner. Second gear, again, I was just getting too much wheel spin and then traction control was kicking in. So in fourth gear, what we're going to do here as we get to this first entrance road on the right-hand side, you'll see little dab on the brakes to about 40% and then trail that off. And normally I'd be getting back on the gas here, but if you see, I'm still actually holding like 2% brake pressure just to make sure that I'm in. I'm actually doing a little bit of coasting here, but I'm wanting to get in on that apex on the left-hand side so that as I build back up on the power coming through, I'm not completely in the cat litter over on the right. Nice and wide here on the left. I changed slightly up to fifth, although it's kind of pointless because you'll see I'm about to do a lift and I go on to sort of 20% brake and then I drop it down to fourth anyway. So you can just leave it in fourth there. Just force of habit from the noise of the engine is when I tend to actually change up. Right, and then we're going to start braking just as we get alongside these muddy patches here on the right hand side. And we brake here again up to about 75%. I'm going to trail it off. This is the only corner that we're dropping it down into second. So we drop it down to second. We're going to start building back up on the power here. And then once we get sort of alongside this hole in the tyres on the left-hand side, we're going to do a little dab on the brakes to 45%, as you can see here. I'm going to leave it in third gear because I've already changed up. And then we're just building back up on the throttle. As you can see, I don't actually hit 100% until now, just as I unwind my wheel, as you can see. However, what we're wanting to do is get around this next corner tight to the right, so I actually do lift it again down to about 60% before building back up. And then again, final time here on the left-hand side, we're wanting to get nice and close to the curbing. We reduce it down to almost 33% there, and then we build back up, and then we're up to fourth gear, and we're doing another final lift down to, what, 40%, and then building back up. So if you watch it on the hot lap, the first lap, you'll see it a lot easier. Sorry, this final corner, we are braking up to about 60%, and we're doing it that midway along this pit entrance on the right-hand side. It's about 60%. As I say, we drop it down to 4th gear, and then what we're wanting to do is just give that apex a little tickle on the right-hand side, build back up. We're up to about 75%. And now we hit 100%, exit nice and wide. And that is the breakdown lap. We have one final version coming up, which is the driving line without me talking and at full speed. Enjoy.